We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Nicole Byer, helping you make those rooms flyer. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild! Like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Ooh, fierce! This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.
This is your before and after story. Instead of imagining a rewarding career in medical imaging, Southeastern College can actually take you there. Prepare for a career in ultrasound, radiology, and X-ray technology. With hands-on specialized training, simulations, and real-life experience with the latest imaging technology, you'll be ready to play a vital role on any healthcare team. Transform your life by helping others. Southeastern College. Your future is bright. Visit scc.edu to get started.
You know that feeling, right?
Yeah.
You just want a straight answer. Especially when you're trying to plan something, maybe a family get-together, or maybe just trying to dodge a last-minute panic buy on a holiday.
Definitely. Knowing what's actually open or closed, it just saves so much hassle.
But honestly, who has the time to wade through, endless search results trying to figure it out?
Exactly. That's why we're doing this.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're your shortcut to understanding the stuff that actually matters. Today, we're looking ahead to Easter 2025, that's April 20th next year, and tackling that big question: which stores are really going to be open?
Yeah, we've done the digging for you. We've looked at everything from those Walmart Easter hours searches people do.
Yeah, I've probably done that one myself.
We all have. And also a pretty detailed report analyzing how different big retailers handle Easter Sunday specifically. So our mission here is, well, pretty simple.
Give you the clear picture.
Exactly. A clear, concise rundown of who's likely open, especially focusing on Walmart and how they stack up, why they make those calls, and maybe what that tells us about, the whole retail game. We'll pull out the key bits so you're in the know.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's dive right in then. Walmart, they're huge. They often set the pace. What's their general philosophy on holiday hours?
Well, generally, Walmart really pushes accessibility. Their whole strategy seems built around being open, being available pretty consistently.
Right, not just 9 to 5.
Not at all. And that usually includes holidays, too, which definitely sets them apart from some competitors who might close more often.
Yeah.
It really cements that image of being the reliable go-to place for almost anything.
Okay, so for Easter Sunday specifically, based on what they've done before, what's the typical expectation?
Historically, the trend has been pretty clear. Walmart stores across the U.S., they're generally open on Easter Sunday. It's become their standard practice, really. Fits right into that broader idea of customer convenience we just talked about. People kind of expect it now, If you need something last minute, chances are Walmart's open.
Yeah, that makes sense, tying back to their brand. But I'm guessing it's not always 100% straightforward. Are there exceptions or things to watch out for?
Oh, absolutely. It's not a blanket yes everywhere. While the general rule is open, you've got potential wrinkles. Local laws, for instance. Less common now, those old blue laws, but they might still exist somewhere and affect hours.
Right.
And the type of store matters, too. A giant supercenter might have different hours than a smaller neighborhood market. Plus, practical stuff like, how much foot traffic do they actually expect? If it's busy, they'll stay open. And staffing, that's always huge.
Staffing must be a big one on a holiday.
It's a major factor. Getting enough people who are willing and able to work when many folks want the day off, that's a constant balancing act.
And what about the services inside the store, like the pharmacy or the vision center, the auto place? Do they keep the same hours as the main store?
Good question. That's a really key point. Even if the main store, the aisles are open, those specific departments, they often run on different schedules.
Okay.
So yeah, you might find the pharmacy or the vision center has reduced hours, or they might just be closed entirely for Easter Sunday. Same goes for the auto care center, very likely to have different hours, maybe closed.
So bottom line, if you need those specific things, check first.
Definitely check those specific service hours directly. Don't just assume because the main store is open, they are too.
Gotcha. So who are the people actually shopping at Walmart on Easter Sunday? What are they typically buying?
It's usually quite a mix. You definitely get the last-minute grocery folks. Someone forgot the cream for the dessert or needs an extra bag of potatoes, that sort of thing.
Or maybe Easter candy refills.
Totally. Last-minute Easter basket stuff, candy, small toys, absolutely. But because Walmart is open and sells everything, you also just get people picking up regular household stuff, things they might need anyway, holiday or not.
Right, life goes on. So, okay, looking at the big picture then, why does Walmart choose to stay open? What's the core rationale?
I think it boils down to a few key strategic drivers. First, meeting that customer demand we talked about. They know people will need or want to shop, so they're there.
Makes sense.
Second, it's obviously about sales, right? Easter's a big retail period. Being open means capturing those dollars. And third, it really reinforces that brand image. Convenient, reliable, always there for you, even on a holiday. It kind of feeds into this wider trend of, holidays becoming just another shopping day for many.
Yeah, the lines do seem blurrier now. But surely, being open on a major holiday like Easter, it can't be all smooth sailing for a giant like Walmart. There must be challenges.
Oh, for sure. Staffing, as we mentioned, is a huge one. Making sure you have enough people, keeping morale up when employees might rather be elsewhere, even if they get holiday pay. That's tough.
I can imagine.
And then there's public perception, too. Lots of customers appreciate the convenience, definitely. But others feel strongly that major stores should close, let employees have that time off. So Walmart has to navigate that potential pushback as well.
Okay, that gives us a really solid picture of the Walmart situation. Let's widen the lens now. What about other big grocery players? How does someone like Kroger handle Easter?
Kroger, they generally lean towards being open on Easter Sunday, much like Walmart, actually. Their focus is also on accessibility, especially for, all those Easter meal ingredients people need.
Right, the big family dinner.
Exactly. And remember, Kroger isn't just Kroger. They've got Ralph's, Fred Meyer, King Soopers, a whole family of stores. So while the overall tendency is open, you might see some slight hour variations depending on the specific brand or the region. But yeah, generally open for Easter food needs. It's a contrast to, say, Publix.
Publix, yeah. Big in the Southeast. What's their typical move?
Publix often goes the other way. They frequently choose to close entirely on Easter Sunday.
Oh, interesting. Why is that?
It seems deeply rooted in their company culture. They put a big emphasis on employee family time, community values. It's a different priority set.
So they're willing to potentially lose those Easter Day sales?
It seems so. They might be banking on building loyalty through those values. Of course, it does mean shoppers needing something on Easter Sunday might head to a competitor who is open.
Right, like Walmart or Kroger. What about Trader Joe's? They have a kind of unique vibe.
Trader Joe's is more of a mixed bag on Easter. Some locations might have reduced hours, maybe closing a bit early. Others might just stick to their regular Sunday hours. It probably comes down to local managers assessing things like staffing and expected crowds. Not really a strict company-wide policy like some others.
And Whole Foods, where do they usually land?
Whole Foods generally stays open on Easter Sunday too, but often with modified hours. You'll frequently see them closing earlier than a typical Sunday.
So a bit of a compromise there.
Seems like it. Balancing being available for those looking for specific, maybe higher-end or organic Easter items, while still giving employees maybe a slightly shorter day or an earlier evening.
We mentioned a few others earlier, Aldi, Food Lion, Safeway, Wegmans, H-E-B down in Texas. Is there any general pattern with that group, or is it all over the place?
It really is more of a mix with them. You see a lot of variation. Regional habits play a big role, and also what the direct competition is doing.
Ah, the competition factor.
Yeah, if everyone else nearby is closing, maybe a store sees an opportunity to stay open and grab that business. Or, conversely, if the main competitor closes, maybe they feel they can too and give staff the day off. Some definitely prioritize being there for last-minute needs. Others lean more towards the employee time-off angle. No single answer for that whole group.
Okay, let's switch gears from grocery focus to the other big box guys. Target comes to mind immediately as a Walmart competitor. How do they usually handle Easter Sunday?
Target is often the opposite of Walmart on this one. They very frequently close all their stores on Easter Sunday.
Really?
Yeah, it seems to be a consistent policy for them, prioritizing that employee time off for major holidays. And like we hinted at with Publix, Target closing can actually funnel more shoppers over to Walmart, assuming Walmart is open nearby.
Interesting dynamic. What about Costco? Their model's a bit different, being membership-based.
Right. And Costco also typically closes its warehouses on Easter Sunday. That seems to be their standard practice.
And Sam's Club, since they're owned by Walmart.
Good point. Sam's Club actually follows Costco's lead here. They also typically close on Easter Sunday, despite being part of the Walmart family.
Huh. So even within Walmart Inc., there's a difference.
Exactly. Maybe that membership model influences it, Perhaps their members plan bigger shops ahead of time and aren't expected to be doing as much last-minute holiday buying on the day itself. That's just speculation, though.
What about the home improvement giants? Home Depot, Lowe's, springtime, Easter weekend. People might be doing projects?
That's true. Their hours can be a bit more variable on Easter. You might find some Home Depot or Lowe's stores open, but often for limited hours.
Just part of the day, maybe.
Yeah, perhaps just the morning or early afternoon, catering to those folks grabbing supplies for a spring project or some last-minute gardening stuff, that kind of thing. But it's definitely not a guaranteed full day of operation. You'd want to check your local store.
Okay. And shifting again, what about places we consider like essential services? Pharmacies, CVS, Walgreens.
Pharmacies like CVS and Walgreens generally do stay open on Easter. Maybe not full, regular hours everywhere, perhaps reduced hours.
But open nonetheless.
Usually, yes, because people might genuinely need prescriptions filled or other essential health items regardless of the holiday, so they tend to maintain some level of service.
Makes sense. And restaurants. Easter brunch is a thing, right? Or dinner out.
Oh, yeah. Many restaurants absolutely stay open. It can be a busy day for them, but hours vary wildly. Some might push special brunch menus, others just operate their normal Sunday hours.
And fast food. McDonald's, Taco Bell, etc.
Usually depends entirely on the specific location the franchise often decides. Best bet there is always to check that particular restaurant.
Right. And quickly, those other categories, clothes stores like TJ Maxx, department stores like Kohl's, specialty like Ulta or Sephora. What's the general feel there for Easter?
For those types of stores, it's much more common to see varied hours or just outright closures on Easter Sunday.
Less essential, maybe.
Probably. The thinking might be that demand for clothing, makeup, or general merchandise is likely lower on a day focused more on family, food, or religious observance compared to, say, groceries or pharmacy needs.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground, lots of different retailers.
Yeah.
If you had to boil it down, what are the main factors driving these different decisions open versus closed on Easter?
It's really a complex mix, isn't it? There's no single answer. You've got the cultural and religious side of Easter itself, obviously, but then layered on top are hard business realities. Customer demand, will people actually shop? Sales potential, is it worth being open? Operational costs, electricity, staffing.
Staffing again, yeah.
Always staffing, and employee relations, morale. Then what's the competition doing? That definitely plays a role. Are there any lingering local regulations? And ultimately, what kind of brand image does the company want to project? Is it about ultimate convenience or showing they value employee time off? It's a big juggling act.
A lot for them to weigh up.
Yeah.
And just briefly, looking forward, do you see these patterns changing much? Say, with online shopping becoming so huge.
That's a great point. Online shopping definitely adds another layer. If people can order essentials online anytime, maybe delivered same day even, does that reduce the pressure for every physical store to be open on a holiday?
Could do.
Possibly. It might give some retailers more flexibility to close physical locations, but I think that fundamental tension, that balancing act between customer convenience and employee well-being, that's likely to continue for the foreseeable future.
Okay, so let's bring this all home for everyone listening. As we think about Easter Sunday, 2025, April 20th, what's the main takeaway from all this?
I think the general landscape looks like this. You can probably count on Walmart being open and likely many big grocery chains like Kroger too. Need food? You'll likely find options.
But not everywhere.
Right. Expect Target and Costco to be closed. And some grocery chains, Publix being the prime example, often close as well. Pharmacies, generally open, but maybe with shorter hours than usual.
And it's really clear that for each retailer, this isn't just a random choice. It's based on a whole bunch of complex factors: culture, logistics, competition, brand.
Exactly. Which leads to maybe a final thought for you, the listener, to mull over. How do your own preferences line up with these different approaches?
Meaning?
Well, do you prioritize having every single shop open, maximum convenience no matter the day, or do you value businesses giving their staff that time off for a major holiday? What does your preference maybe say about our wider consumer culture and what we expect?
That's definitely something to think about. Convenience versus maybe collective time off.
It's an interesting reflection.
So while this deep dive gives you a really good general idea, the absolute best advice is still probably closer to the date, maybe the week of Easter 2025. Just do a quick check online or call your specific local store if you absolutely need to know their exact hours for April 20th.
Couldn't agree more. Always best to double check locally.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for digging into this with us today.
My pleasure.